Just wanted to come on and let you know that I appreciate you and give you a little heads up on what's been going on and how things are going in my world. So, on the home front, things are going good. I have seen like almost all of my grandkids, so that's been wonderful, exciting. I love that. And let's see, work has been difficult at best. It's fine and things will work themselves out, and just know that everything has to come to the light, and I understand that. So we'll see what happens there. But I wanted to give you a heads up on what I'm doing today. So first of all, I don't know, I like to write, and I write poems like all the time, and it's kind of like my jam. I have done it ever since I remember, like I was 8 years old when I wrote my first poem. And I actually wrote it after a major fight with my brother. My brother was my best friend growing up, so it was like devastating that we actually had to fight. So we were fighting, so I went ahead and I wrote a poem after we fought. And I will read it to you because it's in my heart. It's called Love and Hate. Love and hate are our emotions. Love is love and sometimes in potions. Hate is hate and very fearful. Why can't we all just be cheerful? Love is love and hate is hate. I hope someday we get it straight. I was 8 years old. So through that, I learned how to release. So that was like amazing for me, that I was like able to find that outlet, to find that way of coping and dealing with things, because it was pretty rough growing up, and I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. There are no victims, there are no bad things. It was what it was, and it's something that my soul signed up for. So I have no blame, I have no anger, no animosity, just love and forgiveness and hope that things are as they should be and that everything happens for a reason. So that is this book. This is my first one, Fade, Poems of Love and Hate. And I took that picture. I love that picture. And this was me years ago. Woo woo. So that was my first book. And that one actually is 119. Yeah, 119 pages, that one is. So, but when my son died, when Andy passed, I actually found myself in the same type of situation, the same kind of really low place. So I again turned to writing, which was a good thing. And that one produced Collateral Damage, Poems of Hope and Healing. And still a dark theme, I see. But on the back is actually the cemetery where he is at rest, and there's a suicide prevention because he passed by suicide. So those are books, and I've been able to write and get a lot out. And actually, I didn't. At 8 years old, you don't start off thinking, oh, you're gonna write something and it's, people are gonna read about it. You don't. I just did it because I was angry and I was just wanted to get those feelings out. So that's how it happened. So I written throughout my teenage years and early 20s, and just throughout my life, just wrote things and just got stuff out. I call it vomited out. I just kind of got it out. But I would just throw a lot of stuff away. And my husband was saving stuff I didn't know, and he's like, well, let's do something with this. Let's put in a book or something. So I just thought, oh, yeah, right. But he actually convinced me that I could, and so I did. I got copyrights. I found out everything I needed, went through all the steps, got it done. I just was so proud of myself. It's such an achievement to be able to say, oh, I did this. you know, it's like having a child. It's like, oh, here it is. So kind of a creative type of thing, but that book is in, you know, in my heart, and a lot of stuff in that. I remember, you know, giving it to Andy and giving it to Alex and PJ and, you know, giving them their copies. And Andy talked to me after that, and he said, so how do you feel about it, Mom? I was like, it's good, it's fine. He's like, are you proud of it? And I didn't know what to think at the time, because I was like, okay, what is he asking? He's asking me on a much deeper level. And I understood what he meant, because are you proud of what's in there? Are you proud of putting on display like all of like your diary? Are you proud of that? And I looked at him and I said, well, whether or not you are proud of it, I'm proud that I was able to get it out. And I was able to do so in a constructive way. And he understood. So, and with Collateral Damage, which his death inspired, there was a lot in there, and like every word just kind of like, ugh, yeah, gotcha. But I wanted to read you a poem that's very fitting for today, and what the events are and what's going on. So I apologize. I'm holding this in my hand. You know what I'm going to have to do is get my glasses, because I'm old. Ta-da! Ooh, I can see. How about that? All right. There's so many. I look through these and then I read them and I'm like, I wrote that? How did I? Oh my gosh. You know. So it's definitely interesting to read my own words and go back after years and be like, oh, I remember, because it takes me back. And it really does. Because it's just something so personal to me. And, you know, a lot of people have asked me, well, what does this one mean? What does that one mean? And that's the beauty of my poetry and of my poems. It's, if I didn't tell you specifically that it was for you, about you, anything to do with you, then you're just going to have to die not knowing, because it's none your business. I can't find it. I can't find my poem, but it's called America. But let me see. I'll read that one next week. Then I'll be more prepared. But I will read you one from Collateral Damage. It's hard to pick a favorite one because they're like your children. You're like, I don't know. Don't know if it could be that one or that one, and okay, so I'll read this one. It's fairly long for me. It's called Lost. It's on page 16 of Collateral Damage, and I'll read it to you. Just kidding. Throw my glasses all over. Okay. Lost inside my silence, bonded by these chains, smiling I fall apart, a tormented soul remains. Twisted truths I tell myself, keeping me only half sane. Lights on, the nightmares creep. They breathe inside my brain. You'll never see my tears, much too proud and far too strong. Consider suicide a distraction, and to death I shall belong. These wounds cut far too deep, with too many wolves to feed. Look behind the plastic smile now, I'm plagued by this disease. Distorted failures, blurring lines, a soul longing to be free, existing only to be tortured, damned all I'm supposed to be. The only one who truly knows me, and does he even really exist? The God I love and pray to, some days I just resist. Tragedy haunts my dreams, it makes my body ache, amplifies my weakness, highlights all my mistakes. I once longed for loving arms, to feel of something warm. Suffocation, separation, and hatred, they have become your charm. Let me change this story, at least inside my mind. Pretend that there is something more that I have yet to find. Lost. It's in Collateral Damage. And, ooh, it takes me back. Takes me back to, feeling that. But I know that too passed. It's just a feeling, and it passed. So I just wanted to share that with you. And, maybe we'll go through them. Maybe we'll go through them one by one, the poems. So we'll see. Tomorrow is another day. And next week, another video will get uploaded, hopefully. And I'll find the one that I wanted to read today. It's called America. So we'll do that. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful week. Stay blessed. Stay safe. And I have the Medium Adelita website. And I also have Medium Adelita Facebook page and an Instagram where I share inspirational things and hopefully funny, because I love to be silly and laugh. So hopefully you'll enjoy that too. But anyway, take care. Sorry for the wiggly. Well, you know what? I'm not sorry. No. I'm actually pretty happy about it because it's getting dark and life's too short for filters. Anyway, God bless.